Hi everybody. So what we're going to be talking about today is this pad. It's very similar to the other pads that I've shown before. It's just that it's got a wider screen for a larger graphic. It has also been shown in this direction, as most pads have actually. It just depends on what the scene calls for. The construction is basically always the same. It's 3 layers of plastic. Each layer usually consists of 3 layers of 1/8" styrene, or acrylic, or masonite. This particular one is 3 pieces of styrene. And as you can, if you can still see in here, I'm not sure if you can, but basically you can see the white styrene in the center between the gray pieces. Now this piece has been primered, or you'd be able to see all of it in its original plastic shade. So once again, all the edges have been rounded. Now on some pads, if we have the time and we're set up for it, we will take and router this edge all the way around on both sides. This particular pad, though, was hand sanded to round the edge. And one way I know that is because I've got, you can't really see it here. Let's see if I can bring it up to you here. There's a couple of different steps in this edge, which means that this was hand sanded, because if this was done with a router or a router attachment for a Dremel, it would be uniform. There wouldn't be any steps in it. So this is a all handmade edging of this. In fact, as I run my hand across here, I can feel the variant in the roundness of the piece. But nonetheless, it is correct for the show, as this is the master. And as discussed before, some of these pads we would simply attach the pad after finishing everything down to a flat surface and box around it and pour a one-piece mold of this, so that when we did a casting, all of these rounds would already be there, and mostly on the back, which we would then sand to blend it in. Later on, we started putting them on their edge, with this being the bleed edge. So you would take it and you would have a injection port somewhere along the bottom edge down here. And as the resin was injected, it would slowly sweep up this surface, because there would be no actual undercuts at that point to catch any air. And it would all sweep up and then expel through the top. Like with mini pads, we made a lot of these. This pad, I believe, was made during Next Generation, but I'm not sure because we made so many pads. For DS9, I know we used quite a few of this particular pad. The color on it was pewter, or 7173 at the time, or the equivalent of whatever it is now. The inside of here was usually painted black on these recesses, so that when the graphic was placed on it, if it was slightly off, it would still have a black edge around it, making it more like a screen of such. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and if you feel so inclined, please become a patron. Thank you.